So I was speaking in the other video of how to never be sick again, and this is part 2 of it. The one I want to talk about is sea salt. The salt that people call table salt is processed. That thing is not from the sea directly. They have processed it. They have added some things they believe you need, like iodine. They believe you need it, so they have added it within the salt. But if you know that you are falling sick, you should remove that salt from your table. All right, and then get to taking sea salt. Sea salt has way more minerals and is natural. This is the one that our ancestors grew on. It's not this processed one. Do you understand? So, do you know that during the Biafran War, the reason people were so malnourished is not really lack of food, but lack of salt. Yes, there was massive lack of shortage of food, but shortage of salt. So sometimes the federal troops, you know, during the Biafran War, the Biafrans were boxed in early in the war. First year of the war, it's like they were boxed in. They can't escape to the Cameroon, the civilians and the soldiers. They can't go up north because of federal troops. They can't go to the west, federal troops. Then in the south, some towns in the south switched sides and then became part of the federal troops. So the Biafrans were boxed in. Now, if you look at the map, you see that the only way to get to the sea is through the south. This is how our people in the east have always got salt. So they will always go to the south to buy salt because south is now next to the sea. So these people from the south, one of their biggest trades in the olden days was salt. So they get it from the sea and then they boil the water. When the water is finished, what you see at the bottom of the pot is salt. And that is natural salt from the sea. Contains many minerals that your body needs. During the war, shortage of salt became a big main problem. So what used to happen is when the federal troops are coming in, usually they will come with their armor tanks and their military units, and they will follow a major road, the only road leading the town to the Niger Delta. And then the Biafran soldiers, which are the men and the boys, will go to meet them. In case you don't know, the war was compulsory. Yeah? If they are coming to attack your town, the Biafran soldiers will come to each family and say, where are the men? They will pick up all the men. Any boy that can carry gun, they will give him a gun, straight to the battlefield. Some people got only 1 hour training. 1 hour, they say, this is how to shoot. You aim, you shoot, you guide your man. The videos are still there. You understand? You mark your man, you shoot, don't waste your bullet. The videos are on YouTube now, where they are teaching them. 1 hour training. After 1 hour, everybody to the battlefield. When they're heading to the battlefield, the women will take the children into the dense forest, away from the town settlement. But then the women will follow them behind, while the children are in the forest. So why are they following them behind? They want to know the outcome of the battle. If the Biafran soldiers successfully defeat the invading federal troops, the women will be able to pass, because the Biafran soldiers will open up a corridor and they will pass to the Niger Delta to buy salt. And sometimes, what do they use to buy the salt? They will catch animals in the forest, like bushmeat and everything. So they want to exchange the bushmeat for the salt. If the federal troops win, the women will stay in the forest on the federal troops until the federal troops pass and get to town. Then they'll get back to the road and try to get to. These women were doing trade in the middle of the battle. Sometimes when there is war like this, and then there is after the soldiers fighting, the victors have vacated the battlefield, the women will come and scavenge at their boots that they can pick, at their clothes they can pick from the soldiers there, so that they can wash it and go and try and use it to exchange for salt. Salt was a major problem during the war. Do you understand? So now, what are the minerals your body is getting from salt? Go and Google it. That is to say, if your body stops getting those minerals, the same thing that happened to those people during the war, I can't put the picture on TikTok, sorry, is what will start happening to you. And I was explaining about diabetes, right? When you're diabetic, your body will start losing minerals. From losing minerals through urine, you'll be urinating all the time. From losing minerals, before you know it, one day you'll fall sick. And it will start with maybe your wound, or you're losing breath, or your brain fog, you can't concentrate. You understand? Or you're panting, you're wondering what is happening. You have lost so much minerals from urinating every day, over the over the months or sometimes years, you've lost so much essential minerals. That's the same thing that happens to people that go to the gym too much. It's good to exercise once, 2 times, 3 times per week, but if you are over-exercising, you are sweating too much, you are drinking so much water, that same thing that is happening to people that are pre-diabetic, making them urinate all the time, they lose so many minerals. That same thing is happening to you, but your own is artificial now. You are not supposed to exercise too much, like sweating all the time, every day. No, once or twice per week. Sometimes moderate exercise is okay. You understand? The days you lift weight, you lift weight. Once you give yourself 3-4 days space, you don't need to exercise every day. There are some what do you call it? Studies that have shown that professional athletes, Olympic athletes, die earlier than normal people in the general population. That stress they put themselves in to prepare for that, they lose so much essential nutrients. One day you just hear one disease from nowhere. Your body has lost minerals. So sometimes you can get back to original salt, and the salt that salt is called Celtic sea salt. Celtic sea salt or Himalayan sea salt. That's what they call it. These ones contain more minerals. They are not processed. So if you are sick, you are really, really sick, right? If your body really needs iodine, your doctor will tell you. They will give you iodine. But apart from that, the sea salt will contain more minerals. Getting back to your native soups, anything your grandfather will not eat, don't eat it. Do you understand? Think of your grandfather. Do they eat the bread we eat now? Do you know what they used to make bread? You don't know. Even the guy making the bread, is he the one making the flour? No, you don't know what is inside the flour. You're just using it to run from bread, run from biscuits, run from pizza, all those pasta. Your grandfather did not take them, run from them. Soft drinks, out of your diet. I'm talking about how to not be sick. If you remove all these things from your diet, there's no how you're going to fall sick. Your immunity will be top notch. Return to native soups. Most of these soups are herbs. If you look at the soups, there's no African soup that doesn't contain herbs. All these vegetables, they are herbs that treat certain things. I once analyzed it. If you go to my playlist on TikTok, you see the disease each soup is targeting. And I was saying something like a wedu that is cooked in Western Nigeria. People just eat it thinking it's just nice food. That thing is the cure for asthma. The leaf, the wedu leaf, jute leaf, it's the cure for asthma. When you chat me up to the asthma, I'll charge you. Then I'll tell you that it's a wedu. You understand? Since you don't know it. Most diseases that people have, we have cures for them. I'm a herbalist. I'm not a medical doctor. I know a million herbs that can treat a million things and how to concoct it. I learned so many ways to treat so many diseases. Some of them don't even require herbs. Like the day I thought about how to drain your sinus. You get. A wedu is for breathing problems, congested chest congestion. A wedu. If you don't want to take the whole soup, you take it by squeezing it and drinking the paste. And when you are cooking your soup, you understand, or African dish, you put the vegetable last. The last thing you add on your soup should be vegetable. You don't put it in the middle so that you don't overboil it. Your vegetable is supposed to be live when you are eating it. You don't overboil it. You understand? There are ones for malaria, for people that are always falling ill of malaria. If your genotype is AA, you will always be falling ill. We have leaves for that. You take it once a month. There are soups you take. If you reach out to me, I will let you know. But I'll charge you. It's not free. I don't tell shit for free. I'll let you know that every week or every 2 weeks, try and put this in a cup and take it. You can never smell malaria. You can never smell malaria. Typhoid, you can never smell it. You will do 1 year, 10 years, you will never fall sick. This thing looks strange to some people in Africa, West Africa, that you can stay for a year without falling sick. But if you go abroad, you see many white people that have never been sick. Their system is perfect. Except those ones that have allergy, and stuff. But their system is perfect because the environment is clean. So if you go back to the ways of your ancestors, there is no way you're going to have all these strange nonsense diseases you're having. This one is cabin, you have this one on your throat, you have this one on your belly, you have your leg is falling off your hand, Once you live right, 1 year your body system will correct itself and rid itself of impurities. Make sure you follow me for part 3.